We all know he's a ninja on the mat. He needs to remember that, take the fight there when he can, and he did it perfectly. I'm gonna hit this combo here, and I hit this shot. Oh, maybe I don't get it, but I shot the shot, I went for it.
Terrence was fighting to survive. Bobby was fighting to die.
I would never want to win that way, bro. He goes, I ain't worried about nothing. I'm 39 and I'm fine.
Every time I went to the ground, I went to kill people.
We'll be fighting here, and I'm gonna come in, he's gonna push, and turn. Now I got his back.
Father Time is gonna get all of us if we stay in the game long enough.
You need to switch sport. Boom, I'm just gonna go hard.
Sometimes you gotta let that dog out.
Is there anybody in this division that you believe in the welterweight division that could beat Islam Makhachev?
I think Ian is one of the biggest problems.
I would like to see him clean it up a little bit, though.
Islam's takedowns are gangster.
When the dust settles, you'll see who's on top.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Jaxxon Podcast. Today we're doing the entire MMA show as we normally do. It's a full recap of the Oklahoma card. We're talking about DDP and Brendan Allen, Bobby Green and Terrence McKinney, Luke Rockhold and what's going on with his next camp. We got big news. He might be coming back. He might not be coming back. Shout out to Paulo Costa. You guys have no idea what's coming. We got TJ Dillashaw breaking down all the fights in the cage after with Brendan Allen and hopefully Bobby Green. Bobby Green with that Terrence McKinney tattoo right here looking fresh. But listen, we got a lot going on here. It's going to be a long show. Make sure you guys stick around and watch the whole thing. So I got to kick this off the break. All I want to say is congratulations, Brendan Allen. You had an amazing camp out here for Edmund Shabazian. We didn't get to see you after that fight, so congratulations on that. And congratulations, Bobby Green. I got to tell you guys.
All hail the king!
I got to tell you guys.
All hail!
Even though he's smoking the black and mild like he's at home, even though this is the Jaxxon Podcast and, you know, we like to stay clean around here. Thank you. But I got to tell you guys something. Bobby Green at 4th of July was throwing back tequila 3 days before he fought Terrence McKinney. He waited for his manager, Jason House, to go inside the house. Then he said, yo, hand me that. So I hand him the tequila. He throws it back. He goes, I ain't worried about nothing. I'm 39 and I'm fine. And this kid has no idea what's coming his way. So Bobby Green, I saw you going at Terrence McKinney. I saw you very upset. I think he called you Blade or something. He was making fun of your beard, and you weren't having it, right? Do you want to clear the air on anything before we start?
This guy. Holy shit. No, I just be like, I be trying to tell people certain shit. Like, I was trying to tell Terrence, we kick it in shit, and I'm on my 3-win streak, and all of a sudden this guy's calling me out. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, you're the homie and shit. Why you want to fight me? Like, there's so many motherfuckers you could fight. Like, why you calling me out? So he's like, oh, I want to fight you. I mean, so when we meet up and shit, I'm like, what was that all about? Like, why you want to fight me? Is it because I'm getting my little shit? He's like, nah, I just think that we can fight on a Conor McGregor card and blah, blah, blah. So at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, you can fight anybody. Why you want to fight your homie? And so we end up saying not doing it. A week later, called me back later, like, hey, they're asking me to do the fight. I'm like, man, bro, we already talked about this shit. I'm not gonna keep explaining myself. So from that point on, we're fighting. And the point is what I'm saying is like your friends, they know a lot about you. Like you train with Strickland, you train with certain guys, and you know certain things about them because you just been around them long enough. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, he does this, he does this. You know certain things. And so you probably shouldn't fight your homies because they gotta know, oh, he got a bad knee. Or he got a, you know what I mean? And so it's not the wisest shit to do.
Unless you're a veteran and know how to game plan the fight and been around the game, it's gonna benefit you more than it would him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I was trying to even explain that too. Like I was gonna go do a podcast with Jeremy. With Dom. Dominic Cruz.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, but him and Jeremy are real tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I told Dom later on, like, no, we'll do this shit after. Why? Because motherfuckers like you, motherfuckers like this guy, like, you get around them long enough, 2-3 minutes, that's all they really need. And they could sense an alpha male, they could sense your weaknesses, what you kind of did. You did a little of this or that, and it already tell me something about you. So I'm hanging around Terrence, and Terrence like, we said this, and he said, oh, he been drinking all day. I'm like, all right, you're already telling certain things that if we fight each other, I know you're not fucking with me like that. You're a drinker. I don't drink like that. So I'm finna whoop your ass, you know?
Yeah. You guys know each other? Brendan Allen, Bobby Green? You guys know each other?
Well, yeah. We've been around. We've been around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Two legit veterans in the game. Bobby Green, I do got to say, there's a lot of people that are very, very, very happy with not only your performance, but how you're holding up the UFC right now. You're putting it on your back. You're talking about how you want to keep it to the game. You're talking about how you want to have exciting fights. You're talking about how you want to give energy back to the crowds. And I believe with the paisley print shorts they gave you your first custom pair of shorts that obviously gave you superhuman powers. I do believe that you are one of the biggest names right now in the UFC, and I do not say that lightly. So congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey, Bobby. Bobby, with that being said,
Don't fuck your life up. You look cool and shit. Don't fuck your life up.
and if someone's in the rotation, they take it. They got to take a puff.
He just got to look cool like Connor with a cigar and shit. You know,
It's
get the fuck out of here.
disrespectful.
Luke, let me tell you something.
Hold on.
You ever want to talk to me about the rotation again, we take it to the cage. But if you ain't got nothing else to say, let's continue.
Take it.
Listen, Tommy Gunn
Take
now.
it.
Tommy Gunn is 10-0. Okay, he was 9-0 going in this fight. He's a huge name. I believe he's going to be a big star. He's been training with Sugar Sean and Tim Welch. I believe I've been watching some of their content. The kid's got crazy style. He's got good aura to him already. He was fighting a very game opponent. Okay, Montez had a great record going as well, and he spoiled that. I think he broke the game opponent late. But TJ, I know you have a lot of thoughts on this. I'm going to start the fight, and we'll kick it off with you, TJ.
Yeah, I mean, McMillan's fun to watch. He's a fighter's fighter. He'll become a star if he keeps winning and fighting that way. I would like to see him clean it up a little bit, though, right? Like that volume he has is a serious weapon. For someone to keep up with these, people are going to break. If you keep that pressure on someone constantly, they're going to break. But it can also get him in trouble because he does leave himself open for shots, right? So once he works his way, like he fights like a Diego, right? Like Diego's going to put his lights out. Like
Diego Lopez, our guy?
Yeah.
Diego's crazy in the pocket.
Yeah, and if you fight Diego like that's not going to end well, in my opinion. So I'd like to see him clean it up a little bit. But the way he fights is awesome. It's fun to watch, and he'll continue to be a star. He keeps winning like this.
Brendan Allen, what do you think of Tommy Gunn?
I feel like TJ, man, he's real green. He's got some learning to do, some things to tighten up. But like you said, he's going to be a star. He's hanging around the right guys to help him become a star. His fighting style is going to help him become a star. And like he said, pressure is a weapon. That pace that he puts on, he set a record for a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
So, that's a huge weapon.
He announced himself as the next featherweight prospect to watch. He's obviously training in the Sugar Sean camp. Sugar Sean has a unique style, the way he snipes, the way he controls range. And it seems like Tommy Gunn has the same body type. One parallel I would like to kind of connect is TJ in the last pod, Luke, you said the same thing. Gable and John Jones. Not necessarily you're gonna translate the same fighting style. In this situation, I feel like training with a guy like Sugar Sean, you are gonna translate the same fighting style. Maybe Luke, you could break that down a little bit more.
I mean, they're similar weights. It's an iron sharpens iron in the world. So like two guys that are rising that quickly, there's a high skill level, and so they're only going to get better with each other. And they are similar styles, and so the kid can talk the talk and he can walk the walk. So far, I'd like to see more.
One thing before we move into the Tabitha fight, TJ, you have a lot of experience of this, creating camps, getting the right training partners, understanding who you need to become better. Brendan, you were part of the whole Hamzat camp. You were in and out of this place like crazy. I mean, you were doing 2-a-days with us. What do you feel like a guy like this who's green, Tommy Gunn, for example, needs in a training camp? Do you need more veterans? Do you need young, hungry guys? What do you need to kind of get that green, get more reps in, more work?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, personally, when I was green, I would like to travel the world and train with all coaches and kind of absorb as much information as I could from the veterans, from the coaches, the guys that have been around the game. I was lucky that I had Alpha Male that had a bunch of guys there that had already been through it. So introduce yourself to everything, put yourself in deep waters that you're not used to, and that's going to be the best way for you to find the guys that you vibe with the best, that vibe with your style. He doesn't fight like Sugar Sean, but it's a great guy to get a little bit more precise with, right? Maybe have a little bit more control instead of just punches and bunches. Because a guy like Montez, what he needed to do, which would have worked really well for him, was like keep him at kicking distance. Use kicking a lot more. Get after your wrestling. Mix it up so much more so the guy can't stand in boxing range. He wanted to stand and throw hands the entire time. You keep him at kicking distance. Move your feet left to right. Make him have to try to cut you off, and then eventually look for the takedown. So finding those people that can help you adapt to more styles,
Bobby, going into this last camp before we go into the Tabitha fight with Terrence McKinney, you ashing on yourself, brother? That ain't a veteran move. That's not a Bobby move. You know what I'm saying? Ashing on the white pro club is crazy work. But listen, you were talking a lot about your fight camp, and I know you take your camp very seriously. You're one of the only guys I know who doesn't like any content, no media. You don't want no one to see it. You're still of that code where you believe it's just not needed. Is there a reason why you keep it so secret where your camps and you go train? I heard you were training in Barstow. Then I heard you put a camp together south of Bakersfield. Like you train in the middle of remote areas. I would say almost, Death Valley areas.
So check this out. So
I'm not making this up. This is true.
It's important to say is it's a us versus them thing. And what I mean by it, it's a us versus the new guys that are coming in. And what I'm saying is trying to keep this shit alive. It's like real fighting. A lot of these guys in here, the newer cats are coming, ain't fighting like you, brother. They're not fighting like you. And every man here can wrestle, can grapple, and we can do those things that still make it exciting. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference between us and them. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's new versus old.
And no, because he's new. But it's a certain breed that, and I was just having this talk with Sugar Sean. It's like it's a certain group of us where I'm like, Sean, I didn't like you, bro. But then the Peter Yan fight, you made Yan have to wrestle you. You made Yan kind of bitch out, So you're kind of one of us now,
So it's us versus them.
It's the scrappers who actually fight and go in there and put on great fights, It's us versus the guys who want to sit there and hug and throw bullshit ass fucking shows. Like, no, y'all making us look bad, So keeping this shit alive,
Brendan, you agree with that?
I mean, yeah, there is, like you said, there is a lot of new guys that just want to come in here and hug on you or just hold you against the cage. They don't
win.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
TJ, was it the same when you were fighting in your division?
What do you mean?
Like, was there a lot of guys coming up in the game? You had a pretty stacked division when you were coming up, becoming a champ. Was it a lot of guys that just were coming in and hugging and pushing and not really fighting?
No, I'd say that's more of the newer version of fighting. It was a little bit more like kill or be killed. When I was coming up, everyone's looking for a finish and just that competitive nature. And the way you were going to become a star back then was by your performances, not by what you were saying. Not until like the whole social media thing continued to blow up,
Got it.
What made the sport
what
it is.
Yeah.
That's what it grew off of. That's when everyone wanted to be the best fighter. The best fighters got the biggest opportunities, not who's got the biggest social media following. And
You mentioned something earlier. You said pressure is a weapon. And I love that because your fight with Edmund. Edmund's a great fighter. He was here training with Eric Nixick, but you had so much pressure. Your offense was just always on. TJ, you always talk about that. Like your best offense is your best defense, but if you have really good offense, you don't really need to go to that defensive work.
Fuck all that. Who started this shit? That's what I want to know. Who started this? Well, I want to feel. Who do you guys feel like started this?
Chuck Liddell.
No, started this new generation of what you said, the hugging. He said, who started it?
I think it's generational, man. I think
there's got to be one guy who started it. I want to see if y'all gonna name him. Who's the guy that started this hugging shit? Who? And then all these guys start doing it after. It's like when Dom came with the footwork, then all of a sudden everybody started coming with the footwork after. You know what I mean?
Bobby, it's us versus them.
Get the fuck out of here. Who started it?
Don't point at me like you want to do something. Don't do all that.
I'm asking.
Hey, that black and mild guy, you're not in the crew.
I'm asking
I feel like it was like a full.
Who started it?
How new are you talking right now?
All right, fuck it. I'm shooting first.
Who?
Khabib.
Yeah. Khabib.
Started it.
Why don't you like Khabib?
He started it.
What did he
and
say?
every guy after that, all the Russians came in, and all they doing the wrestle. Armin started doing the wrestling thing, and then here comes Islam
Armin
doing the
can't
wrestling
get straight
thing.
this early in
and
the
here
podcast.
comes Chimaev, and all these guys doing the wrestling thing.
Chimaev,
whatever.
Comes on
whatever the
Chimaev.
fuck is. And so I like that he's been doing more striking and getting more of that. He's trying to get it down more, so I can see the growth.
He stood in the pocket and went bar for bar with Strickland.
I can see that in the growth. He's trying to do that,
yeah.
But a lot of motherfuckers was not, especially Khabib. He was not standing up. Like when he had the time to put on the fight with Conor, like I think it was like one exchange that he actually threw one, Besides that, he was on his hips the entire time.
Yeah.
So you guys
started this shit.
Habib was beating he still whooped people's asses on the ground.
Luke's teammate.
Yes.
Then there's ways to do it like Charles Oliveira did with Max Holloway. I mean, there's different rhythms everywhere in every generation, but I mean,
that was Luke's teammate. Habib's Luke's teammate.
I know. That's what he had to go run the safety real quick and
titles, dog.
protect his guy.
Hey, he
did his thing.
belts.
But I'm gonna say it like it is. And I had this problem with Joe Rogan. I said I would never want to win that way, bro.
No, you gotta win.
And you wouldn't want to either hugging your way through this motherfucker. You wouldn't want to take it either.
I'm not a hugger. No.
Thank you.
You don't even put your hands up. How you gonna hug
We
anybody?
wouldn't take that shit.
I've been hugged.
But they made it okay. They made it okay. So now everybody from that point on is like, well, he did it. He got a world title, and I want to be a world champion, so I'll just hug my way through this motherfucker.
Isn't it about winning a world title?
That shit gay, bro.
Hold on. Isn't it about winning a world title?
No. That's where they got it fucked up. It's about making timeless fucking shit that motherfuckers want to see. That's what it goes down to the basic root of. Do you want to watch the fight or not? It's that simple. And then I'm like, all right, it is a title fight, and maybe he might knock the guy out, but really, that guy's gonna wrestle and hold him down all fucking day.
There's ways to do it. There's ways to do it. If you watch
you
my
gonna
fight,
sell your soul,
if you watch my fight with Lyoto
sell out for
Machida,
it.
go watch my fight with Lyoto Machida. I beat the fucking brakes off him. I stood over him and I put everything on him. I never was a down moment. There's certain ways to do the grappling.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that
I
because
kill
you were
it.
scared
That's
to
what
go
I'm saying.
down?
Every time I went to the ground, I went to kill people.
All of us at
everything.
this table, you see us get on the ground, you're gonna see some real work.
That's how we move.
But that's a code that we gotta keep, and we gotta let. Hey, I've told all my little homies, hey, what is you doing? You better be striking. You better do something, and we gotta keep this shit going so that they don't get to doing this. Tight waist, I told you, they just tight waist and hold the lock, and they just hold on for dear life.
You gotta work on
I
that.
watched
Is
the
that
fight
fair,
last
TJ?
night. Same shit.
I mean, I never thought of ever fighting boring. If someone was booing me, I'd feel like a piece of shit.
I feel like that's the worst thing. Do we all agree?
I agree.
People are too committed to
You
the
ain't
grips.
in this group.
People are
I'm
too
asking
scared.
this guy. It's us first them.
You can't. Hey, these guys.
First them.
No, you guys. People are too scared to lose position. You have to give position to get those big shots that hurt people. You have to be serious. You have to secure position. You have to let go of your grips. If you wrestle with your grips, you wrestle like a bitch, and it becomes more evident that you're just slower pace. Come
on, TJ. Come on, you gonna say what you gonna say?
wrestle with your lower hips, and you put shots on people. You grapple and punch, not just grapple to grapple.
What you gonna say, TJ?
More just comes down to a mentality.
You gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm willing to let it go
Yeah.
and to make it exciting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he said, a lot of
But
these guys are
TJ
afraid to lose
had one of the most
position.
exciting styles by nature.
That's what he
These
said.
a lot of these guys are afraid to lose
They're
position.
too scared to lose position.
Yeah.
You have to commit to losing position to get the shots.
If I
to
open
hurt.
my hands, I'll
To
start
be
to
exciting.
bang you. He gonna be able
gotta
to get
exciting.
away.
Be exciting. You got to give to get.
But I'm okay if you get away. Oh, fuck it. Cool. I'll still make the shit dope because you got away. It don't matter where we fight.
Sometimes it works against you. Terrence tried to let you go, and then you took advantage of the moment.
Terrence was on me, bro. He got me in both his hooks in.
'Cause he's
My
too
arms
scared to
locked
let
behind
go.
my back. I'm fucked. Bro, 98% of
shit.
fighters.
Yeah, what were you saying to
is
him?
done. I'm talking shit.
Minute left, baby.
Fuck you. I'm like, hold the fuck up. Like, you was talking all that shit, and then now you want to wrestle, bitch ass nigga? You miss me, you bitch ass nigga. No, fuck you. You know what I mean?
And you know,
So-
it's special to do after that. Like you took a lot of shots, and to be able to still talk that shit in that moment, as much as you did take, that's some fucking.
But
amazing.
it's a mentality
Hey,
that
the
will break
mentality
people.
you're just ready to break them. You're not going to give up at
check
any
this out.
time.
Wait, I want to hear that. What do you mean, TJ?
Because, like, look, Terrence McKinney had a great beginning of the round. He's on his back. He feel like he's doing everything he can, but then he's got this guy saying, like, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck, I did everything I
Here's what
possibly
it
could
comes.
to beat Bobby, and he ain't
Terrence-
even phased, you know? And so he's, like, talking shit up to me. So when he gets back to his feet, and then Bobby lets off on him, he's like, all right, I don't want any piece of this. And you can just see him crumble, you know?
There's two different ways they fight. Terrence was fighting to survive. Bobby was fighting to die.
Interesting.
Wow.
No,
Luke Rockhold writing
I'm gonna try to
haikus
do
on the
this.
podcast.
I'm gonna try to do this out because you got a great mind. Let's see if you can catch it.
All right.
But I was trying to tell people I was playing possum, and I kept telling them I was just warming up. And what I mean by that is like, all right, if you watch the fight, he's landing every.
You were taking shots, Bobby.
naked eye.
Bobblehead night at the Dodger Stadium.
To the naked eye, it appears so. It appears so. But I think he needs to really watch really closely.
Brendan Allen, was he playing possum during the fight with Terrence McKinney?
I'm explaining that.
I can't speak what was in
I'm
his head, but
explaining that,
he took some shots.
No,
but he was still moving. He was still
I'm
moving.
explaining what I
He
mean.
was the whole
Let me explain what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like
Let's do this, then we'll
when
go
you
into
say playing
taboo.
possum. Possum, it sounds like you're faking dead or something. Like,
Yeah.
No, what I mean by playing possum is like, all right, if me and you were fighting at it, and he's swinging with all his might, I was what I call playing possums. I'm not gonna give all my might. I'm gonna throw these punches like this. They're air punches. They're, and I'm trying to get him to shoot his wad.
Yeah, because you know that this guy's only good for 3 minutes. You
I'm
knew
gonna
that.
Make you shoot
Yeah.
the wad. So I'm over here like, it's real fight. You know, but I'm really not fucking putting no sting on none of my punches. Just touch him, you know? And the whole time he's thinking it's a real fight still. It's really not the real fight yet. So that's what I mean by playing possum. And so he'll go off and he'll hit me, bro. If we really look at the tape, he'll hit me 1 out of 5 strikes. All you gentlemen here would take that gamble. If I told you I'm gonna hit you 1 out of 5, you're gonna take that all day. Because you know if I smack you with 3 of 5, those numbers are a lot better than, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's what was really happening. And don't get me wrong, everything that could possibly happen was happening right for him. Like, so for instance, beginning of the fight, I'm going at him, we're going at it. I hit him with a knee, he kind of falls back and he catches me and hits me with a knee. Splits my whole shit open, you know? Now I'm leaking, it's going to my eyes and shit. I'm trying to keep this shit going out my eyes. Boom, I'm still going, whoop, whoop, whoop. He'll miss, but then, boom, catch one, you know? It catch me right in my eye, bust my shit open, you know? Now this one I can't see out of, I got blood in this one. It's good for most fighters.
Possum.
The possum
just creep.
The possum is, I'm great though. I've been in these situations before. He saw it in my eyes. He was like, bro, I saw you were fucked up. But I had another situation where Kamal just dealt with it, where you ever been just sucked right in the eye? It's different.
Not fun.
You got sucked right in the eye.
Nose too, like
that was nasty too.
It was just like those ones.
But I'm talking about where a motherfucker hit you so hard and it hit you in the eye. I thought he burst my eye. And all I hollered was, my eye! They thought I called like he poked me in the eye. They did the same thing with Kamaru. Like, hey, he thought he got hit in the eye and all he was, oh, my eye! You know? So now that's the second time this shit has happened where I'm like, I already been here before. I'm chilling. I'm like, oh, fuck. But I'm old fuck, but he can see my eye, ain't no quitting me. This shit, we just warming up. So that's what I mean about playing possum. Now, this shit got sticky as fuck. I'm not saying I did not take hits or anything, but if you really pay attention and watch the film, a lot of strikes, they grazing it and it sound loud. Wow. But then when they played the replay back, he hit me like right here. I'm like, I didn't really a solid shot. He hit me right here. He kind of hit me up under here. He hit me right here. And those are not really solid shots. I'll take a neck shot all day when you catch my jaw. And so that's what I mean by like, some people are like, you're taking shots. But if you really pay attention, you really understand fighting, and you really look close, it's a different thing, guys.
It's the angles
like
too.
That possum's about to become a raccoon, motherfucker.
Brendan, what are you saying about angles?
No, it's the camera angles. Dude, I got the worst numbers probably for absorbing punches. But then, if you watch the fight, then they show the replays in between the rounds. The same punches, you can see it from a different angle. It barely grazes. Like for me, I barely want it to graze. I don't want it to completely miss. Then you know you miss. You're already back on it. You know you're back on your defense. Solid.
Sometimes you took yourself too far out the pocket.
Exactly. Then I don't have a return.
Yep.
So there's like it's old school boxing. So it's like, but everyone.
So you're not necessarily trying to get hit. You're just trying to have the least.
But that shit still make the sound, bro. It still sound like
sound.
Wow. You know what I mean?
Sometimes.
So everybody's like, oh.
Yeah, but they still count it.
Like,
they still counted the numbers. So when you look at the numbers after the fight, you're like, bro, there's no way he hit me that many times.
Yes.
If you go back and watch the fight like 30 times, count. Your numbers and their numbers aren't even close. But it shows like I said, if you watch the first round and then watch in between the round, different angles show the punches going different. So
and I do believe for people who are fight fans who don't have the opportunity to sit with you guys, they don't understand the game too in terms of strategy or technique. Like what you're saying, the movement, you don't want the guy to be able to turn back on or get back on defense. You want him to sit there and kind of overextend and then you could catch him. I watch you do a lot of that during sparring too. TJ, I want to jump to you, or go ahead.
Before that, what everyone needs to understand when he says playing possum is that he goes into every fight that way, right? Because he knows he's going to continue to get better as the fight goes on. He gets your timing down. He's got slick head motion. He doesn't put everything into his punches out in the beginning. He's going to get you with volume, kind of like McMillan did, but with like more swag and good head motion, right? Every fight he goes into. So I knew in this McKinney fight, because you watch him fight, he's got like 3 minutes in him. And the more it goes, the more Bobby's in his face. He also breaks you by talking shit the whole fucking time, because you're in front of a guy and you're giving him the best you got, and he's just like still talking shit to you, and you're just like, fuck, this guy's still coming forward and he's gonna break you. So I mean, by playing possum, what he means like, I'm not giving you my all. I'm gonna give you fucking 70, 80%, push forward, wear you down, talk shit, get in your face, and then I'm gonna finish you.
I love
And
it.
then the fight didn't actually start to me. I told McKinney it didn't start till we got back to our feet again.
Yeah.
Now we got all the timing. Like fighting for me, that's I try to explain to people. Fighting is like dancing. You got with a girl, you get this girl at the club. You trying to dance with her. You should get on her and you're like you going like this, but she's dancing too fast, you know, or maybe a little. And you guys might bump knees or something for a second till you get your groove. Now you're like, oh, we dance like this. Same thing with fighting. You know, you got to kind of figure this nigga's groove out. Okay, he used his right hand more. He likes his up. You know, you keep doing this little So now I got right. Oh, I ran into it. Oh fuck. Okay. Now I know that shit. Next you know, oh, he caught me with that shit. Okay, fuck. All right, now I know that shit. Now I made my whole game plan. I figured everything out. So once we now got back to our feet, the fight started. Now we know everything about each other.
Yeah.
Or you think you know about me, but I've been playing possum this time. Find out about this shit. And so now I turn my shit up now.
Yeah.
Time to turn it up.
Yeah,
Brendan and TJ, I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass it to you guys. The Tabitha and the Klein fight. I mean, Tabitha was fighting Fatima. Fatima's 11th, I believe, in the rankings. Yep. And then Tabitha was 8th. She's a very experienced, very veteran. She's also the girlfriend of Caleb Walsh, so you know her striking's been being prepared. It seemed like she was having a hard time figuring this girl out, and you know this Fatima girl's really good. But I just feel like when they were sitting there banging in the pocket, you could just see that she was getting the better of the exchanges, even though I felt like Tabitha was sitting down on everything. What did you see, TJ? And then Brendan, I'll pass it to you.
I've never watched Klein fight before this fight. She is awesome. I'm a fan.
Okay.
Like she's really good, man. Like her technique is slick. Her footwork, her 1-2s, her counters. She's punching off the break. Her grappling was there. I mean, this girl could be a champion. Who is the champion at the weight class?
I believe. And then Brendan, I'll pass it to you. Let me pull it up.
Darn right.
I mean, she does a good job setting up traps. You can see the way she started the fight out. She threw like good 3 jabs, hit her with it, and then she threw what we call one kick. It's a switch cross with a kick that comes right behind it. She would jab the stomach, and then she'll fake low, come up, hook cross. Like her feints are believable. See how she's like faking a jab low, coming up with a 1-2. Like everything she does was like for a purpose.
Yeah,
She's
intent,
good.
I'm sure.
She's good everywhere too.
Yeah.
Tabitha's good everywhere, and this
I'm a
girl's
fan.
out grappling her,
Same.
out striking her. She's
It's-
beating her every. She seems to have
The
everything.
fight's gonna be in September
What?
for this. You asked me when the fight.
Who?
is.
I said who the champion?
Oh, Mackenzie Dern.
That's
Yeah. In the
so
strawweight
she's,
division.
oh, I didn't know she was
she's
strawweight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they
Gotcha.
What happened?
they booked the fight.
I believe it's in September. The title fight.
This
for
trip-
Mackenzie's title fight.
Mackenzie versus her.
Yeah, I thought he was asking me when was the
so
title
that's
fight.
on.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
It's on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Wait,
she's
it's versus her.
No.
Yeah.
I thought you were just asking me when the next
Yeah,
title
gotcha.
fight was. My
Yeah.
bad.
I just forgot it was
Yeah, I
Mackenzie.
didn't hear you. Yeah, it's Mackenzie Dern.
Gotcha.
Man, she's fun to watch.
But yeah, I mean, if you look at this, obviously, like I don't know if that's a full Uchimata right there, but the way she was tossing Tabitha, I mean, it
Suplex.
really felt like Tabitha couldn't get a groove, like what you were just talking about, Luke and Bobby. Like it's that hard when you can't figure someone out, right? Like, and then what happened? No offense work.
She does a good job of not letting you figure her out because she's setting up traps.
Okay.
Right? The whole point is like, I don't want Bobby to figure me out.
Okay.
Right? And then he thinks he's figuring me out. Now I have a different finish to that same move, right? Maybe I'm hitting this takedown. Now Bobby knows that takedown's coming. Nope, an uppercut's coming, right? Like maybe I'm jabbing the body. He thinks that's coming. No, a head kick's coming, right? So I always got to like use something to my advantage. Once it starts working, what's the next setup for what's working? She did a really good job of that.
Brendan, what did you see from Tabitha and Klein?
Man, I like Klein as well. Like he said, she's got intent. How she approaches the fight, she's got ill will in her. You know, a lot of women are either joking or smiling or nice. Other women are looking mean, but when they come to actually fight, they're just touching. Every punch she throws has ill will behind it. She's trying to put you away, and she's very focused.
Yeah.
Very focused, very locked in. She sticks to her game plan. Whatever her and her coaches worked out, she executes.
Yeah, and she swept the judges. And TJ, in terms of Tabitha, she's a good friend of the brand. Obviously, with Caleb, she's been supporting us for years. What do you think she's got to do to get back in the mixes? She's coming off 2 losses now.
Well, I mean, it's just that was a tough matchup. I think Klein just looked really good. She looked like she was given the fight, right? But I think Klein just was a leap above her in technique.
Yeah. This is a big one. Chase Hooper, he's a good friend of the podcast. He's been on multiple times. Luke got to wrestle and train with him about 2-3 years ago, I believe. Chase Hooper is coming off those 2 losses, though, and then going into this fight, he also missed weight. And so I know that this was a big moment for him. He needed to come back and get something going here. You know, got it to the ground fast. He kind of took over. That's kind of his world. He looked for the choke quick, you know, for the finish. There was a lot of improvement from Chase, but it seems like he's still maybe not unsettled is the wrong word, but Luke, I'll pass it to you. There's something about him where we know he's good, but maybe he's not believing it or he's not finding it. But what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't have the best chance to see this fight. Actually, this is the only one I did miss. But Chase is a big kid too, and like missing weight. Like I think he was 45 pounds when he first came in. Now he's at 55. I think this could be a 70 pounder if you just maybe that's where he's at. He's just committing too much to one thing.
TJ, I'll pass it to you. What do you think about Chase?
It was a flawless victory. He did a really good job on his feet, even circling towards his back foot. He had Ramirez chasing him rather than cutting him off, which made him run into that left hand. And then also he just kept chasing him and ran him into that single leg to the finish. I mean, it was flawless, right? Like we all know he's a ninja on the mat. He needs to remember that, take the fight there when he can, and he did it perfectly.
Now, coming off the 2 losses, for example, Brendan, you know, a guy like Chase, you've had a great career so far. You have a ton of wins. When you come off a loss, how hard is it to game plan or to reestablish the things you need to work on or to figure out what's next? Like, we do see that a lot. Guys will come in here and like, oh, I got a new camp. I got a new coach. Oh, I moved, you know, like we feel people do dramatically shift things. Even after 5 or 6 good wins in a row, they get 1 loss and all of a sudden it's the end of the world.
Yeah, it's weird, man. For me, it's always mentality. So it's like maybe I get lazy, whether it's in camp or in the fight, which is crazy to say. But yeah, I just go back and I'm hungry after a loss. That's why I've only lost 2 in a row one time. And then after that second one, then I make a change because then something's wrong. If I'm not hungry off of a loss and I'm not motivated and I'm not going out here trying to kill everyone in the gym, even though it shouldn't be like that all the time, then something's wrong. I'm complacent. And so that's what happened for me personally. And I think it's just for each individual. You know, you need to figure out what works for you. Some's mentality, some's just not working hard enough in the gym, like physically. So
Ultimately, it comes down to not losing confidence. You lose your confidence, you're toast, right? So
Well,
that
for a
mentality
fighter-
he's talking about, right?
For a
Like
fighter, how do you get that back?
you got to
Believe
fucking
in
trick.
yourself.
Yeah, you got to trick yourself. I mean, obviously, you can't have false confidence, but at the same time, like it's better off being confident than doubting yourself. So you might as well go in with the utmost
till you
belief.
make it.
You got to forget your fears, and you can't hesitate to any level in the game. Hesitation is the weakness of all of us. So obviously, confidence and just forgetting that whatever fear is in your mind.
Delusional optimism.
You have
know
to
what I
be
mean?
Interesting.
that's been
Yeah,
a big
it's
thing.
reasonable too. You
That's
know? You
been
have to
heavy for
know
me.
in your mind that you're just going to get to that spot.
What's been heavy for you?
Just like that, tricking myself, like you said, like
I'm gonna
confidence
get
is
there.
my thing because I would always tell myself I'm a realist. So I try to keep it as real as possible. But then that real would turn into me focusing too much on the negativity or what could be. I don't know how good this guy's going to be till I get in there with him. I don't know if I'm going to be in this position or not, but I'm focused so heavily mentally on these negative things. So then I don't focus on my goods.
We saw you have an incredible camp here with Hamza. You were getting ready for your fight with Edmund Shabazian. And one thing I loved about you, just to give you props, is your work ethic is incredible. I mean, you were here for both practices every day. You go straight to sleep, take your nap, eat, go back home, come back. Like, you're so locked in. Is it like that when you were not here as well? Like, what do you normally do for your camps?
Well, thank you. I've been traveling for camps for a long time. So now that I'm older, I have a lot of kids.
You have like 7
How many
kids,
kids you
right?
got?
5.
You got 5?
Yeah, 5.
5 kids.
How many baby mamas?
Just 2.
Two.
Just
Okay. I mean, I gotta ask.
Just two.
Just 3 or
I
4.
got 3 baby mamas.
I have 4 kids of my own and a stepson. So
And Bobby, how many kids you got?
I got 3 baby mamas and 4 kids.
Oh,
so,
you're-
you know what I mean? I'm like, let me see what you can
Well,
do
I
over
heard,
there.
congratulations, you have another one on the way, right?
No, fuck you. Don't me like that. Don't you wish that on me, Ricky Bobby?
No, I thought that's what it was, dude. Okay, so listen, Jared Cannonier, this guy's fought in 3 different divisions. I think he's one of like 2 or 3 people to ever win in 3 different divisions.
Knockout.
And have him as knockouts as well. He's 42 years old. He's fighting in the middleweight
42,
division
goddamn.
at 85.
It looks good for 42.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's
Black
incredible.
don't crack.
And he's fighting
Hell, it does.
number 12, Christian Leroy Duncan, who obviously is a great fighter as well. The height difference, versus the size, it seemed like Jared came in at 250. I mean, he looks huge. I know he's fighting at 85s, but he looks huge. I mean, Brendan, we'll start with you. This is your division. What did you see?
man, I hate to see Cannonier but Father Time is going to get all of us if we stay in the game long enough. I just feel like Father Time's kind of got him, man. He's not the same guy he used to be when he was knocking guys out at different divisions. He's just not as explosive. Just in many attributes, he's not the same guy, unfortunately. I think his mentality's still there, but maybe his body's not. CLD, he's very elusive, very athletic. He's good at what he does, but he's another one like McMillan. He's very green. He's got a lot of growing to do.
How's his ground game? Do you know?
He didn't do too well against RoboCop when they fought. Greg took him down, and kind of that's where he beat him up at.
Yeah.
And what did we see from this fight, TJ?
I mean, Duncan looks good. He's fast. He's creative, nonstop. Much faster than Cannonier.
Aggressive too.
Yeah, just like he's creative everywhere, looking for openings, which is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Dude, but this fight was, I mean, to be honest, like there should have been a point taken away when he kicked him in the head on the ground. Homeboy kicked him in the head. I know it wasn't like a real hard shot, but he still landed that kick on the ground. You take a point away from him. One of those rounds was close. Like this could have been a draw, you know. But
in terms of the middleweight division, I know there's a lot going on right now, and Brendan, we'll get into everything you've been tweeting and things you've been saying. The spinning back kick though to the body that dropped Cannonier in round 2. What do you guys attribute that to? Is that a technique you practice? Is that something that's instinctual? How does someone land something and execute it so perfectly like that? TJ, I'll start with you and then Brendan.
sorry, ask it again.
Just that spinning. Right, let me reverse
spinning
it.
elbow?
The spinning back kick.
About it?
The spinning back kick. Hold on, let me reverse it. I think it was right here. But it seems like something that's instinctual. I don't know if that's something that you train or is that something he was planning? Or does he just see the opening?
Yeah, it's something you train, right? He's done it time and time again. And so it's just second nature. When a guy gets past that shoulder over there, you know you got the spin behind you. And that's the only thing you got to be careful of is when you get outside people's shoulders is the spin, especially that front side shoulder.
Right here.
Yeah.
So you could kind of see it, set it up with the jab, and then he just takes him down. But
that should have been a point.
That was close to being decapitation.
Yeah, but the kick still landed.
It landed?
Yeah.
Shin on the temple.
Yeah.
Right
like that should have been a point.
If the knee hit, it would have been.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy flying knee.
He's good though, man. He's throwing a lot of volume and a lot of creativity. I mean, he's going to be a problem if he keeps this up.
So he's obviously, I think that's his 5-fight win streak or 4-fight win streak. That's big.
He's good.
And they've been talking, Brendan, they've been saying a lot about this guy maybe trying to fight you next. I know who you want, and I know you're in title contention. A guy like this, do you see anything from him that alerts you?
Yeah, you make it dirty.
Yeah, it's just like sometimes you gotta let that dog out. I love those. I love when it's time to let that dog out.
You can't let him stand there and be elusive
guys like
and creative,
this. Guys like this. You come in, you grab him, you rip him, you throw him to the ground, you treat him like a bitch. Then you bring him back up.
Yeah,
then
exactly. Then he changes.
Like you don't allow this guy to get his rhythm like this and get his creativity. I'm gonna body that motherfucker and I'm gonna throw him on the ground. I'm gonna punch his head in, break his confidence. Then we're gonna keep going later on.
And I feel like guys like this, I love to watch like guys, especially big guys that can move like he does, the fast twitch, stuff like that. But if you really break it down, like if you really break down his basics, his pure basics, they're not like extraordinary. But those spinning kicks, those spinning elbows, how he breaks off of those certain transitions and movements is what makes him where you have to watch, But like he said, if I take you down and I beat you up
early.
If I take you down and I beat you up,
see how he's doing with the grappling? You know what I mean? It seemed like that's where his hole is.
Yeah, but
Jared's hole in grappling, you're saying?
No.
Okay. And then TJ, you just said a guy that's getting loose and creative like this, you can't allow him to do that. If you were to fight him, what's a way that you would be able to close that and not allow him to get loose, not allow him to get creative?
Good head motion coming forward and putting the pressure on him. Like constant pressure won't let him be able to set up his spin kicks. Won't let him be able to be creative and set his combos up that he wants. It's gotta be your tempo and it's gotta be dirty. Like you gotta take the fight to him. You gotta make him work. He wants to stay relaxed, elusive, and it'll make him tired. You make him grapple more. You put the fight on him, dude.
That's literally exactly how the RoboCop fight went.
Is it?
Exactly. Literally exactly.
Hell yeah. Sweet.
All right, this is a big one. This is what everybody wanted to see. DDP's been on a long break. Usman's coming. He's a legend in the game. Everybody wanted to see this fight. Brendan, I know you have a lot of words for DDP. We're going to get into that. everybody was asking about how is DDP going to come back after the Hamza Chimaev fight? Is he going to have rust? Is he going to have doubt? Is he going to be able to use all his weapons? But it just seemed like he just was back to his awkward self, overwhelming Usman, kind of controlling the fight the whole time. We saw Usman kind of question the scorecard at the end. But, it was effective pace. It was great pressure. TJ, start with you, and then we'll go around the table.
Yeah, I hate to see it, but Usman looked slow. His reaction times weren't there. He's a champion. He's been there. He's been through it all. So you want to see him perform. But he just looked a lot slower. Shit. He stayed. Whitman did a good job in the corner. So I'm like, hey, you got to go forward. And the best round he had is when he actually went forward and put the fight to him. But he kept staying at this distance. And DDP's timing looked great. He looked very powerful. He definitely made some gains. Like every time he went southpaw, he was just waiting for Usman to come in for a shot. The problem rises because Usman wasn't setting his shots up. He wasn't throwing punches before he'd shoot. And so DDP was able to time it with that knee. What he needed to do, obviously it's hard in the timing, but if you got a guy always looking to throw a knee when you come in for a shot, you got to knee tap him, get his chest back, get him over that leg, and then it'd be a lot easier to get a takedown on him. But I think DDP looked great, looked powerful, looked fast. Unfortunately, Usman, a little bit slow, didn't set his shots up. I don't think he has that same animal that he used to have. He's probably not in the gym putting hard rounds of sparring in right now to show it off while you're out there. He's probably hitting mitts a lot, making his body feel good. He's been through the ringer. So it just you just when you lose that hunger to be the best, you're not willing to put the hard rounds in. I think this is kind of how you look,
Brendan, what did you see from Usman and what did you see from DDP?
Usman's one of the best to ever do it at welterweight. It's that simple, but we're still living off of that. He's almost 40 years old, up a weight class. You can tell the size difference just right here. Like Usman probably didn't even cut, but maybe like 3 or 4 pounds, maybe. I don't know. But like TJ said as well, he looks slow, he looks stiff. It looks exactly like he can't train anymore. Everyone talks about his knees, but he says he's good. But it looks like exactly what he said. Like he's hitting pads, going through the motions, just trying to make himself feel good. Because that is not the same guy we used to see, and you got guys like Drickus that's fucking sitting over here like, oh, I just beat Kamaru Usman, I beat Izzy. You beat them at the end of their career. You didn't beat them when they were in their prime, killing it. You're not fighting these young, hungry guys. Like to me, he's got the best matchups. I tried to fight him since he got in the UFC.
We saw that.
I think Usman's small though, man. Yeah. He's small. I've trained with both these guys a lot. And I can feel the difference between each one of them. And Usman's just he's not naturally here. He could still be at the top at welterweight, but this is a bigger, different weight class. And he's just like, sometimes he's getting a little slower, of course, but he tries to be like too smooth. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being too smooth is getting him in trouble. He's trying to be like too cool, too smooth sometimes. If you just were a little more alert, he might have better opportunity. But when it really comes down to, he's just not big enough for the weight class. I've felt guys, and he ain't there.
That head kick, that obviously Usman, it's a very notorious head kick, and we see DDP setting it up multiple times, but it didn't seem like there was any adjustments from Usman to kind of defend that, and it seemed like he kind of was going into it.
Well, it's because he's staying at distance. Like when Whitman told me, gotta go forward. You're not going to get kicked in the head as much if you're putting pressure on them. They can't set their feet, set their combo up. If you get him on his back foot, he's not going to be throwing that head kick like that. But unfortunately, Usman just kind of stayed in front of him and let DDP throw his awkward combos, and he's very powerful.
Okay, see, so what you're saying right there, you're saying go forward.
Yeah.
And my terminology, we would say be first.
Yeah.
Exactly. And a lot of the times in the dance, look, he's always letting him start the dance. So you're dancing to his show, And so a lot of times it's not even skill. Look, every time he's starting out first, look, and that's what a big thing about DDP. He's going to keep his numbers high. He's going to always go. And then when Kamaru does go, he goes from that gap and runs into a knee, runs into certain strikes, And so.
But like you said, as soon as he goes, look,
when he
he's
goes,
getting off on him the whole time.
When he goes, starts to dance. But that's the only problem. Sometimes people are not making those sacrifices. You don't want to run into shit. He's ran into some solid knees, and to keep him going to come in now too.
Yeah.
But it's just he tried to cover from such a gap.
Yeah.
Where that he's timing you. He never changed the timing. He never faked and broke his timing up to go into there. So DDP had his timing. Easy match.
I got to ask you guys a question. Usman at the end of the fight said, I still got it. You guys saw me. And, he's talking to the audience, like I'm still here. I could still maybe make a title contention. What do we feel happens with Usman next? And I'll start with you, TJ.
I don't think he's going to push for the title. He needs to go back down to 70s, and he needs to put himself in a gym to where he's going to have these young, hungry killers coming after him. You know, I mean, he's training with Whitman, and Whitman's great. He's up there hitting mitts and doing things to make himself feel good. I think you need to put yourself in deep waters, go into a gym where there's a lot of guys that are going to put it on you and see if you still got it.
It was, I mean, dude, he's been doing good. I think it was the wrong choice to try to go to middleweight. I mean, he was at a good point in his career and like right at the top at the welterweight division. He could have demanded another title fight and tried to get that back again, which he could have had a good opportunity to do so. DDP he's an awkward, tough match, and he switches stance, he gets everything in there, and he's in the prime of his life. I think it wasn't the best choice to come up.
Our one and only Arman Sarukian, he lost the undefeated record in RAF yesterday to Colby Covington Saturday night. It was a crazy wrestling match. I believe this was in Dallas. Where was this at? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was in the U.S. though, because there was one in Georgia he just did 2 weeks ago. But what do we think?
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. What do we think about this wrestling match in Colby Covington and Arman, TJ?
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I would have expected Arman to win, but Colby's good, man. I mean, he's bigger too. He's a lot bigger than Arman.
Colby's tough, man.
He's tough.
Do we feel like Colby Covington's going to try to make a run back at the UFC, or is he done?
I think he's deadly committed to this, and that's what he's been really working on. Like he's taking this like a real professional. He's in there every day, and he's getting better. He's tough. You have to be on. There's a lot of guys just doing RAF and as a side job. He's doing it for real.
Yeah. And Luke, as the king of the side quest before Arman showed up, do you believe that something like RAF you have to be committed to, or is it something that you can just kind of keep interchanging between camps and the UFC and going and doing these?
I mean, it suits, like you're saying, like for Arman, like it suits his style to keep doing this stuff. But at the same time, you know, you want to focus. If you want to be world champion, I think I'd be more in the gym grinding and mixing up my striking and my wrestling and everything, getting the flow of everything. I want to chase titles.
We heard that today there might be an announcement that Arman Sarukian will maybe be fighting Charles Oliveira for the BMF. We're not sure. How do we think that rematch goes?
It's a good fight.
I think it's Arman's fight.
Yeah,
all day long. All day long.
I think Arman's
career,
better,
I don't think that matchup is going to stop him.
There's a cool Instagram post going on right now, and it's got thousands of people weighing in their opinions. But it's Khamzat Chimaev versus John Jones right now. Who would fight in a light heavyweight division? Who would win if they fought in the light heavyweight division? John Jones versus Khamzat Chimaev.
Fuck all that. I want to see John Jones versus Chimaev in RAF wrestling.
Oh, that would be incredible. What about DC?
There's the matchup I think that everyone could agree on.
Someone just won a fight and then called out John Jones in the audience for not wanting to wrestle DC. Did you guys see that? One of DC's guys. I got to pull it up.
I mean, why would he want to wrestle me? He's like undefeated.
What is DC? What does DC weight right now? What are they going to settle at? What weight are they going to settle? Because I think DC
versus John Jones.
DC might be pushing 300. He might be pushing 3 bills.
Yeah.
He's going to fight Oliveira. I hear that it's not going to be for the BMF belt.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, really?
Oh, I heard that they might be even getting rid of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, wow. I did not hear that.
Charles ruined that.
Charles, what have you done?
No fun.
Charles, God.
And I want to fight for the BMF belt. That's the only belt I really wanted, you know?
The next thing I got on the list is, what does Topuria got to do to get his belt back? Anybody got any ideas?
Don't lose confidence and keep getting in the gym, and don't let the training, don't have a bunch of yes men around you. Again, put yourself in them deep waters that got you to the top, because I think he's one of the most talented fighters in the UFC. He's just got to get his confidence back and get out there and get it done.
I think it's this. I think it's knowing exactly where you are, being aware. What I mean by that is like, we didn't have losses. You don't have 2 losses in a row, you said, you know? And you still have to know. Like, I had 2 losses where I lost to Patty, then I lost to Ruffy. And everybody's like, oh, he's out the door. What I'm saying is like, but every fight I knew, like, all right, with Patty, he kicked me and I just slipped and fell in his shit. We're dry as fuck. Got caught. You know, you got caught.
But you've had those ups and downs through your career to where like Ilya's never lost before, right? It's going to be a lot harder for him to like make sure he stays that confidence, you know?
But what I'm saying is still is Ilya has to know. Like, he has to know. Like, all right, I was really dominating him in a lot of fashions, and I could have finished him this way or that way. You know, he has to know these things.
Yeah.
Even though those things happen, I still know I could have got you out of here, but I tried to go for some stupid submission instead of staying on top of you and trying to finish you here. You know, and so little things like that where you got to just know fuck, I'm not right off it. I'm just a little bit off,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Just a little bit off it.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
See, you got that mentality that's going to pick yourself up and get back out there and get fucking 4 wins in a row, right? Because you've been through that. You've tested yourself like, I was there. I could have had that fight. You
But
know?
everyone's telling me I'm a loser. Everybody, you got knocked out. And to go out in that fashion, I got the fucking knockout of the year where I get fucking slept by a spinning back. He throws a Hail Mary sometimes. Guys throws Hail Marys that fucking land. Caught you, you're fucking out.
Yeah.
And so, but you still have to like, no, I'm trying to explain to people like your skills are gonna pay the bills. If you got the skills, at the end of the day, when the dust settles, you'll see who's on top.
Yeah. I mean, skills matter, but you got to have the mentality that you just talked about right now to be able to let those skills shine. Like your mental fortitude is like so much more important than anyone even thinks. And like, you just naturally have it. You know, like
I don't know. I'm just speaking facts.
Yeah.
Facts that like, and you got to look at your facts and ride on those.
yeah.
You know.
But I've beaten guys that like Banner Brow. He was undefeated for 10 years, like pound for pound guy, best guy in the world. And I go out and I beat him, and he's never the same. Cody Garbrandt, he was undefeated. I go out and beat him. He's never the same. It's like these guys, they lose their, even though they got skill, they lose their confidence, and then it just like withers.
What about this right here, Brendan Allen? So we're gonna fight in October. Or are you gonna keep ducking? Is DDP ducking you, Brendan Allen?
For sure.
He's for sure ducking you.
Yeah, and I've never said that about anybody, and I've got total like over 40 fights.
Yeah.
Never said that about anyone. Never.
Why do you feel
I hate that
DDP is
term.
ducking you?
I hate that term too, because we were supposed to be good to go. January, I was told we were set, we were done, good to go. I was told that all the way up until end of February, and then everything started getting rocky. And next thing you know, it came out that USMAN and him were fighting. But it's like he said yes to me, so he just took to me, it's an easier fight. Kamaru's older. He's beat down. He's coming up a weight class. He's not as hungry. Like, he always refers to himself as a money fight.
You feel
Which he
DDP
is.
just took a easy money fight?
For sure.
And then I also saw this amazing tweet from you. It says, DDP sucks, end of story. What did you mean by that?
Facts.
Wait.
Sucks.
What, Bobby, maybe you can help me interpret that. What do you think? What do you think Brendan meant by that tweet?
Don't be throwing me in y'all shit. Yeah, man.
Okay, hey,
It means he wants to fight, dude.
Yeah.
It means he wants to fight.
It means
you're
it
better
sucks,
than him.
like, I would say it's style, you know, like it's ugly, you know, but it gets the fucking job done. I'll give him that. It
Does
gets the job
Aspinall
done.
ever defend his belt? Does he come back? Do we see him fight this year?
I hope so.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I hope so.
Paddy Pimblett, is he a real superstar right now in the UFC? Is he the top 3 big name for the UFC? What do you think, Bobby?
I think so.
Yeah?
So when we saw him versus Conor, he had his crowd that was rivaling Conor's, you know, and so he had a big impact. I can see him being a superstar.
He definitely has that WWE intro now where the crowd can activate and be involved. And I think that energy going into the fight, it's very hard for another fighter to duplicate that when you got some sort of motion. As crazy as it sounds from a brand perspective, Paddy built an amazing walkout that adds to his aura now. Now, as a normal fighter who doesn't have that aura, now that also plays mind games on you, but also financially, all these brands want to get behind him now because there's motion behind it. That's why the WWE is so big on walkout songs, walkout posters, things the crowd can do. I mean, it really does add energy to the crowd, and we saw that. I agree with that.
Not only that, I think Paddy, that loss kind of could almost have helped him. I think he's like got this confidence now. He doesn't give a fuck anymore. Like, I lost to Vitor, and then I came back with a different, just like, fuck this. I can do whatever I want. I need to relax, not hold to anything too much, hold tension. I think Paddy says he's at the point where he says, fuck it. I believe in his eyes. He wants to fight anybody. You could see it after he just looks like he's ready to go. Like, you know, I think before there was I think it was a maturing fight that put him where he needs to be now.
McGregor, is he done or does he have one more fight? Yesterday we saw Dana White came out and said that I think his ACL and meniscus were both torn, and he was doing this in a press conference. Don't quote me, but I saw it on Instagram. Do we feel that Conor can rehab that? He also, by the way, did do the exact same injury in his first fight against Max Holloway 10 years ago, I believe.
You lying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did the exact same thing. I believe it was the same
But it
injury.
was before the fight.
And then he came
hurt his
back
knee
after
before
that
the fight.
and fought someone else.
He hurt his knee in camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something of that nature.
Don't
But
listen to this
I mean,
guy.
he's done it twice already. He's had the same injury, I think, twice. I don't know if it's the same knee. Do you
I mean,
think
once you've compromised a joint, it's going to happen a lot easier. I mean, I do think he's going to come back just because that's like the shittiest way ever to end your career. You know, and I don't think his ego is going to let him do that. I think he's going to come back. There's a lot of people who say that he won't because obviously we see him take 5 years off, but I just don't think he's gonna let it in that way.
What the fuck was he thinking?
Dude.
That shit was stupid. Like, what the fuck? I could do this fucking super the kick that didn't even get close to landing, was nowhere. Like, what the fuck was he thinking?
I just think he wanted flash. He wanted a way to come out and be like,
He did it to Jose Aldo when he fought Jose Aldo. He kind of had that crazy step back.
But that's a lot more controlled motion, right?
And before I had my leg destroyed.
And that was many years ago too.
Yeah.
Hey.
The body does catch up to you. Bobby, we saw Tommy the Gun say he's the third Diaz brother. I've heard you say the same thing. Do you believe that this is your quote or now his?
Shit. We gonna find out. We'll let him. I like what he's been doing. I mean, let's find out. You know, he got to be in more season. We're gonna let him, you know, sit a little bit, let it simmer, and see if he can cook out to be some shit. You know.
Yeah, this is only his second UFC fight, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, he's still undefeated. Does being undefeated hold too much pressure on someone?
Being undefeated, what?
No,
Does it hold too much pressure? You feel on a young fighter like
No,
this?
it can be the most dangerous thing for you. I mean, it can be the best thing for you, as like make you dangerous. You know what I mean? Because your confidence is just unbreakable. At that point, maybe you're just, if you're that good, or if you're, you know, you're running through everybody, you're gonna believe in yourself.
Last two things before I hop in the cage with the boys. Bobby Green at 39. Where do you go from here? I mean, an exciting fight. People are still behind you. I heard you're going to sign another 20-fight deal with the UFC and be here for the next 10 years. So what's next for you?
Who's Bobby want next?
Yeah.
Who does Bobby want next?
Let me pull up your division real
Let's
quick,
see what
Bobby.
you got, Bobby.
Are you going to stay in the same weight class?
What looks sexy? I want to know what's sexy.
Same weight class?
Same weight class, top 15, Bobby?
Yeah, top 15.
Yeah. All right, let me see.
Where we at?
I'm going to pull this up real quick.
What do we like today?
Okay.
What rankings do you use? Meta or media?
We use Meta
You
UFC
know.
ranking. Shout out to Meta. Okay, so...
Can you zoom into that? Because I'm fucking blind.
I'm looking for it. Hold on.
It's right there on the right, dude.
No, I know. I'm looking for it.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zoom.
It doesn't
If you're on
have
your
it.
Mac, just go like this with your fingers.
Right there. There you go.
There you go.
What you like though on the right?
Okay, so we got the 15.
Rafa Garcia.
Grant Dawson.
Already beat him.
Davis.
How about Dan Hooker? Dan Hooker.
Dan Hooker would be kind of interesting.
Oh, two
So
warriors.
Dan Hooker
I
called me
like
out.
that.
He called you out?
I've been already working on my next fight right now. I'm trying to come up in September.
Who you like?
Oh, you want to fight the LA card?
We're gonna see what's up. Whatever they give me, you know. There's a bunch of cards in September.
Moicano, you and Moicano would be
Yeah,
kind of
that's what I'm
good.
saying, bro.
I like
Like,
that.
Hooker called me out, so I'm like, oh, I'll fight Hooker. Hooker's already got a fight booked. I'm like, well, why the fuck is he running his mouth like talking about fighting me if he's already got a fight? That
You're
doesn't
like
make sense.
you're like Dan. You're lucky I own a strip club. I want to fight a hooker.
That's crazy.
And
Wait.
then I already fought Fizef. This Tom Nolan kid, I'm guessing that's the only like free guy. I already fought Ruffy. I think the other kid's got a fight too coming. With the Queelan guy, whatever.
Yeah.
Ben's lost. Hanato's fighting Ortega, I think. I think he's probably fighting. I think he's got a locked in fight or something like that. And so there's nobody really for me to really fuck around with. So I'm like, I guess I got to take whoever they can give me. You know what I mean? Whoever they're getting.
I think.
I was thinking this Rafa guy or the Tom Nolan kid. Those are the only two guys in the top 15 I can fight right now.
What about a Max Holloway fight?
Dude.
That's just like, I don't know. I'm not
that's
big
gonna be
headed
tough
like
to get
that where
right
I
now.
feel like I could just jump. You're like, nigga, how you just jump way over there and,
That's
you know,
like-
do some shit like, I want to fight for the BMF. And my homie's like, bro, you should be able to fight your next fight for the BMF. I'm like, no, bro, you don't just be not even top 15 and just asking for some shit like that. No, you got to go earn that. I'm like, let me get a couple more wins and then maybe I'm worthy for it, you know?
Last thing I got for you, TJ. Ian Gary, Islam Makhachev. Who wins that fight?
Makhachev. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think Gary's footwork's going to be somewhat of a problem in his range, but Makhachev's going to get it done.
Is there a reason why you feel like he's going to get it done?
I just think he's too strong in his grappling for Gary. I know Gary's hard to take down because of his motion, but Makhachev will always get it done. He's going to wrist ride him. He's going to break him on top.
I think
Lau couldn't take him
later
down?
rounds.
What's that?
Lau couldn't take him down?
Yeah, but Makachev's better than Bilal.
That's Brendan Allen's teammate.
Say something, you know.
No.
That's you
talking-
think Islam's way better than Bilal?
Dude, Islam's takedowns are gangster. He's a master of
I like his
sport.
takedowns.
He's been a lifetime grappler. He's a master of sport. You know what that means? Like how hard that is?
Very hard.
Like his wrestling is judo. He's fucking slick. It's not even a comparison how much
Put this
better
in
he
the
is at
media
wrestling.
rankings. Fuck this meta rankings.
And I haven't felt him at this weight class. He must be huge, and he's gonna control. I mean, like
you
Ian
can
is
just
very
click over like that?
Ian's very wily,
And
very
the-
tough. But
That is-
Makhachev later in the fight, I think he gets to him.
Yeah, there we go.
Sick ass like throw.
Bro, he just drop your ass. Yeah,
You know?
he does crazy.
Is there anybody before we finish this? Is there anybody in this division that you believe in the welterweight division that could beat Islam Makhachev?
Dude, anybody can beat him on any given day. I think Ian is one of the biggest problems. All right, and I think they're matching that up for a reason, but.
Sean.
We will see. I think Islam gets to him later in the
Brady,
fight. If he has problems with him early, he'll get to him late, and it will wear.
I think Sean Brady.
Yeah, Sean Brady's a tough one.
I think Sean Brady gets murdered.
I don't know.
Murder.
Yeah, I think so too.
Really?
I think so too.
Yeah.
Sean Brady's nasty.
No,
I was gonna say
different levels of grappling.
the Morales kid. Maybe
He's big.
Morales is dangerous as
Yeah,
hell.
Michael Morales is a big boy.
Yeah.
We did a
Mike-
photo shoot with him here. I cannot believe he's a welterweight. He is
Yeah, I did the
massive.
same thing.
He is massive, dude. All right, cool. This is amazing. We're going to hop in the cage. We're going to go over some stuff with TJ. I want to talk about that knee tap, how to set yourself up so you don't get kneed in the face.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about when someone's getting creative, getting loose, how do you kind of counter that? And then I want to go over some of the stuff we saw with Jared Cannonier. Bobby Green, as always, it is a pleasure to have you here in the Jaxxon podcast. You bring the energy that we love. Congratulations on all your success. It's good to see you. Good to see you clearing the air with Terrence McKinney, by the way, after the fight. That's a very veteran move. Luke Rockhold, excited to see you back in the gym. He was in here this morning early after a long weekend.
He's always in here early.
He had a long weekend. Brendan Allen, thanks for coming. And I know that, are we going to announce your next fight right now or no? We're going to wait on that. All right, we'll wait on that. So we're going to wait on that. And now we're going to hop in the cage. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, we're back in the cage here. Amazing Jaxxon podcast. As you guys know, after we do that, we sit in here and we kind of go through the technique and we show you guys a little bit of the things we saw, things they want to break down, and give you guys a more in-depth look at what we think happened this weekend. I want to kick it off with TJ. You brought up an amazing point. If Kamaru Usman would have used more of the knee tap, kind of set it up a little bit more before he shot in, maybe he wouldn't have taken so many knees to the face from DDP. Explain what you mean on that.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I say is because every time DDP switched to southpaw, he was looking for that rear knee as Usman was coming in, because he's thinking he's shooting like a double leg, his head's gonna come to the rear side. I personally like my head always outside and doing like a reverse double leg, but if you got a guy that's switching that open stance, so you're gonna switch to southpaw, and he knows every time I come in, he's looking for that knee, right? If you see that coming, a knee tap would be fantastic for a takedown. One, because he's gonna be on one foot. Two, is I'm gonna be using this stiff arm. It could be a punch, it could be a push. Then I'm gonna keep his chest back. When his chest is back, it's hard for him to land a knee. He can't fully get extended with his knee if his chest is back, right? So he's getting into this, he went into the southpaw, I know what he's going for, he already hit me with it once. I'm gonna get my head off the tracks, what I call a sprint cross, like here, right? But I'll do a push, and I'm gonna go for the knee at the same time, because as I come in, he goes to the knee, boom. I just run it. I run it hard. He's either gonna fall down or I'm gonna get his back, right? A lot of times it'll happen. We'll be fighting here, and I'm gonna come in, he's gonna push, and turn. Now I got his back. Now I'm where I wanted to be. You know, other cases he would fall all the way down if I get him right off his leg. So you got a guy that's coming in. The best way to stop the knee, no matter what stance he's in, is me pushing his chest back. Because he wants the knee right here, right? Boom, right? Knee high, knee high. Right now, if I push him back when he does it, his knee can't come up. Right, so using that stiff arm and going for that knee tap at the same time would have been great. Problem with Usman is all of his takedowns was he was not setting them up. He was just diving in on shots. You got to get a guy, no matter what stance they're in, to react to your punches first, right? If I'm coming in here, now I can put my shot, because his hands have to be here. It's a lot harder for him to time that knee, his defense, if I'm throwing punches first. I've said it time and time again inside this cage. Got to set up your takedowns.
Luke, Brendan Allen talked a lot about when a guy's getting creative, especially with the Jared Cannonier fight. We saw that. Luke, you've been known as someone who gets very creative in the octagon. You're always coming up with new ways to fight. You're constantly breaking down fights in different ways. You apply pressure more than anybody I know, and you said it on the pod. Pressure is a weapon. Can you kind of break down to me from both sides of the fight, when someone is getting creative, how you combat that, and then how you create that space and create that illusion that it's kind of a free flow fight? And I'll start with you, Brendan, with Luke.
For me, I'm just gonna close the distance. I just like to stay in his face, but I don't want to stay straight in his face, like stay direct, because then he's just gonna catch me with something. I don't want to go too far outside my body. That's when all his spinning stuff's gonna work. So for me, I like to give feints. I like to feint. Draw it out and then go. Draw it, think, with something, a takedown, a punch, anything like that. But I need to draw it out. But again, I don't want to be stalemate as well. I don't want to just be a stick in the mud, letting him get off, letting him know exactly where I'm at. So I got to stay moving, stay flowing, give him feints, draw something out, whether it's a takedown, a knee, anything like that.
And Luke, when someone's applying the pressure on you, you fought some of the toughest guys in the world. I mean, Vitor Belfort was a complete animal. Yoel Romero, you fought big dudes. How do you kind of combat the pressure, and how do you able to kind of react to that in a way that still allows you to get off?
I mean, for me, like, I'm a big kicker, so I can always neutralize a lot of aggression. There's not too good references, by the way, too bad fights to reference. But
well, I just know they were big dudes. They were big. Okay,
I know a lot of people.
Machida and Weidman. Sorry.
There's like guys like Lyoto. When I fought Lyoto, when I fought Chris Weidman.
Sorry.
You know, I would neutralize them with kicks. You know, like Weidman was doing some like stuff and he was coming forward, and like some people care about like them catching their legs. I have confidence where I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna commit to the spot. I'm not gonna hesitate or hold back because I think they're gonna take me down. I'm gonna make them eat everything I'm throwing. Right on the legs, and like especially a guy like Dricus switching stances a lot. I'm like, when he starts switching stances in front of me, the moment he switches stances in front of me, I'm gonna start going at his legs with commitment. You know what I mean? Like if he's here and he switches forward on me, boom, boom. I'll take that dead leg that he steps on. A lot of times, where if you like even a hard body kick, if you can dig a hard body kick, you can neutralize all that weird movement coming forward. So I just shut myself off. If he switches forward, boom, I'm just gonna go hard. I'm gonna start to break his confidence through like breaking his arms and shooting at his body. I wanna slow him down and I wanna get him to where I want at my pace. I think kicks are some of the best way to operate that and take that away, because there's too many variables when the hands are flying at all angles. You know, there's a lot of options, but there's nothing to get through if you can focus on the right kicks.
And then TJ, one thing, you know, setting up the feints. I love that point, Brendan. You're real good about kind of keeping people off balance because you're constantly switching stances. But how do you set up a proper feint?
Yeah. Before I get into that, these guys are both hitting on is that I was a very creative fighter. I like to be creative. I like my motion. I like to move. The guys I like to fight, ones who are going to set their feet in the ground and let me do my thing, right? So being first is the most important when you got someone that's creative like myself. So a guy that'd be first and come after me, it's a lot harder for me to stay creative and keep my tempo. If I'm first, if I'm throwing, if I'm feinting, whatever it may be, and I'm going on this guy, it's gonna disrupt his rhythm. I want my rhythm out here. I wanna move around. I wanna slap the shoulders. I wanna move. If Brennan's on me and he's like coming forward, it's hard for me to like always stay on this motion. He's feinting, he's throwing, he's being first. It's hard for me to be creative and throw what I want. Right, so that's how you beat someone that wants to be really elusive and creative, okay? Then you ask them like, what makes a feint believable? Is you gotta be doing something the guy thinks I'm gonna do, right? Like, if I'm a wrestler and you think I'm gonna be taking you down, I'm gonna shoot a shot first. I'm gonna hit a combo, and maybe I'm gonna hit a shot, right? I'm gonna hit this combo here, and I hit this shot, oh, maybe I don't get it, but I shot the shot, I went for it. Now, he has seen something that I've really done. So I'm gonna use it. Maybe I didn't get the takedown, but I wanted it. So now this time I'm gonna come off that exact same motion, but have a different ending, right? Something me and Dwayne call the monkey walk. So off my right hand, I'm gonna swing through just like I'm going for that high crotch again. What's he gonna do? Boom, boom, uppercut, hook, cross, and now back to the shot, right? So getting someone to believe in the technique you're doing. Klein did a very good job on multiple things. I'll have to do a southpaw, but she came out, she threw a jab, she landed a good jab, she landed a good jab. What's he gonna do to my jab, right? He's gonna fucking parry it, his hands away from his face, he's gonna slip, get out of the way. Now, I'm gonna feint that jab, I'm gonna throw it, and I'm gonna bring my kick at the same time. Hopefully he's parrying, hopefully he's getting his head out of the way. Same thing with jabbing the body, maybe I'm gonna stick the body a couple times, right? Now he sees that motion, now when I come down to the level change, boom. Right, so getting someone to believe in what you're doing is what's gonna make the feint the best. Yes, feints will work no matter what. Someone like Luke, right? Every time he turns his hip over, you're like, oh shit, a kick, right? You turn his hip over and fucking step cross. So watch tape on yourself, see what you're best at, what your opponent's expecting you to throw, use that against them. Wrestler, fake shot. right? A kicker, fucking faking kicks, right? Swishing my feet and then throwing punches. Find your natural abilities, what they're watching tape on. Use that to your advantage when you do your feints.
Listen, thank you guys for watching. Jaxxon Podcast, all new recaps coming every week.